Good morning, children. Welcome you all for today's video. So, children, we were dealing with the poem It's Change in the previous class. So, today we shall go with the verses of the poem and let us see the meaning of it. Okay, so let's go into the poem It's Change. So, children, let us look at the poem It's Change, written by Emma Gorey. So, before we go into the poem, let us know about the poetess. So, Emma Gorey was an American poetess. Okay, she was born on February 10th, 1909, and she died on July 2nd, 2006, at the age of 97. She had been residing in Lincoln, Providence County, Rhode Island. So, this is a small information that you have about Emma Gorey. And so, now let us have a small summary about the poem It's Change. So, this is a poem, and in this poem, the speaker is a school going child who is speaking with her mother. So she is afraid to go to school. And what is the reason behind it? Due to some fears. She has some fear which she expresses with her mom. And she says that she is worried about that the scientists in the name of change have started cloning the animals, and the biologists are experimenting with the stem cells, and all of this is adding to things which we must learn. So all these, the archaeologists, the biologists, and the scientists, all this whatever changes they are doing, so that all are being added to the things that they must learn, and that is becoming a big burden, a big problem for her. So this is how the poem goes. Now let us look into the verses of this poem. Okay, so the first stanza is, Mom, I don't want to go to school today. So the child says, I don't want to go to school today, and cause I fear our world is in decay. So she says, I fear. The girl is conveying her concern to her mother. She says that she doesn't want to go to school, and the reason behind it is that she feels that the world is going to be destroyed, and there is some reason behind her feeling. So she says that so this is the reason that she has, that the world is going to be destroyed, so she doesn't want to go to school. Okay, now in the next lines, I feel my teachers are part of the plot. Okay, and I'm the only one who sees through the rot. So what she says, that I'm only the one who sees through the rot. Through the see through means to understand. She is only able to understand. In the second stanza, she is 2 lines. She says that even the teachers are taking part in the plot. So plot means a secret plan made to do something wrong. So she is telling that the teachers are also taking part in the plot, and they are equally responsible for the world to get destroyed. She feels that she is the only one who can understand and can see how it is getting destroyed. So I feel my teachers are part of the plot, and I am only one who sees through the rot. Okay, so in this, she says that the teachers are taking part in the plot, and they are equally responsible for the world to get destroyed. And she feels she is the only one who can understand and can see how it is being destroyed, how it is getting destroyed and all. Now in the next 2 lines, the scientists are cloning pigs and sheep. Scientists are cloning pigs and sheep. So she says scientists are also playing an important role, playing their part by cloning the different animals. Now cloning means what? Producing an exact copy of an animal. So what the scientists are doing? They are cloning the pigs and sheep, and they're trying to get the exact copy of them. And what is this? And when we say what they are doing, so they say it's a change, and it is an advancement in the science. So this is what the change they are doing. And then they say saying it's change a quantum leap. What they say? Saying it's a change a quantum leap. Now, what do you mean by quantum leap? A sudden, great, and important change. Okay, quantum leap means a sudden, great, and important change. So they say that it is really a change and an advancement that is going on. So that also she feels that why the scientists are, because all these advancements and changes, everything, they are leading only to the destruction of the world. So she feels like that. And in the next stanza she says that the biologists are making stem cells grow. Biologists, what they're doing, they're trying to develop the stem cells and they are making them to grow, and saying it's changed the way to go. So this is how they are making all the stem cells to grow in the different way. They are not getting the original type of things, fruits or everything. They are trying to develop more and more cells, and they're making the hybrid, like how we are getting the hybrid fruits and all that. So they're making them grow in more and more. So this is also, they say that it is also a development in science. Now, and what the geologists are doing, geologists are finding cracks. So you know, in the previous stem cells, I think, what is the meaning of stem cells? What is the basic type of cell from which all the other cells develop? So they're taking that stem cells and they are growing it into further, for the further development, so that they can grow more and more. So in the plants. Now what the geologists are doing, geologists are finding cracks in our earth, saying its change, predicting its birth. So what the geologists are doing, they are trying to find cracks in the earth. And what they're trying to find out, they're find out the new resources and wealth. And what they're doing, they're experimenting more on them. They're trying to find out. And what they're trying to know more about their existence, from when they have existed. And they want to know about those things, about trying from the remains of the bones and whatever resources they are getting from the earth. They're trying to find it out, their existence, when it has existed. Okay, and then they lead it to the new developments. So with this, all these, it is also causing a change. They say it's a change. They say it is a change, predicting how it has been, when it has been born, and what has happened in the past. So all these things. Okay, and now what are the archaeologists doing? Archaeologists, they are digging up fossils and bones. What are they doing? They are digging up fossils and bones. And now what they are digging up the remains of the animals and plants. So what they're doing, remains of plants and animals, and even the bones of animals. And what they're saying, it's a change and time for clones. Saying it's change, time time for clones. So they call it a change and try to make the exact copy of those remains. The archaeologists, they are digging up the remains of animals and plants and the bones of animals, and what they're calling it, they are also calling it as it is a change only, to make the exact copy of these remains. Okay, so now what then finally, and he says, yes, the scientists are causing me great concern. Finally the girl says, yes, the scientists are causing me great concern. So she says finally that due to all these inventions, a lot of information is added in the books, so which they have to study. So who says all these things? The girl feels that all the scientists, biologists, archaeologists, geologists, what are they trying to do? They are trying to invent something new. They are trying to make a change. And all these inventions, a lot of information, these all changes and everything, what it is, we are getting more and more information, and that more information is what is being done. It is being added in the books. And who has to read the books? The child has to read the books. And what is happening to the kids then? They are getting more burdened. Okay, so they are being forced, the students are being forced to learn more and more about all these things, so which in turn is causing a great burden to them. So they are not able to learn all these things. That's why the child here feels, the girl fears to go to school, because she has to learn all these things, all these new inventions caused by the scientists, geologists, archaeologists, and And even she says that the teachers are teaching us all these things. So even one of the teachers are also a part of this. So that's what she feels in this poem, and it's very beautifully explained in the poem It's Change. Okay, children. So now let's have a look at the glossary of this poem given in your textbook. So children, just read these meanings of the words in the poem. Already I have explained you while telling the meaning of the lines in the poem. Okay, just go through this meanings, read once, and now let us have the look at the rhyming words in the poem. So see, what are the rhyming words in this? Mom, I don't want to go to school today. So look at the ending words. Today, decay. Today and decay are the rhyming words. Similarly, plot, rot. Sheep, leap. Grow, go. Earth, birth. Bones, clones. Concern, learn. So all these are rhyming words, children. Okay. And now look at the questions given over here. Now, who is the speaker of this poem? And guess her age, and it supports your answer. Now, as shown in the like the picture, the speaker is the girl. Okay, who is the speaker over here? The speaker is a girl, and of a teenage girl. That means 11 years or old, studying in 7th or 8th. Okay, and she has a school bag on her shoulders. So this is what the speaker of the poem is. And what is the speaker's complaint? It is that the scientists, biologists, geologists and archaeologists are coming forward with extreme experiments in which the teachers also have some share or some part of it. Even the teachers are also responsible for it. So that is her complaint. Then how would you feel if a scientist cloned you? So if now you know what is the meaning of a clone. I told you that clone means an exact copy. So if someone is exactly like you, then how would you feel if a scientist will clone you? So one more copy of yours, Xerox copy exactly like you only. No difference, a single difference. You must have seen identical twins. There will be some difference or the other. But cloning is different. Cloning means exactly the same copy. How you are, the same copy will come for you. So that is like how will you feel if a scientist will clone you? So how will you feel? Will be really thrilled to see like that, isn't it? And sometimes others will be confused. Who is the exact one? Okay. Then what is the speaker's concern? Which line in the poem shows it? So what is the concern over here? The speaker over here says that learning too much for their age, and it is really like a burden to them. And for their age, it's too much of learning, and the scientists are making this rapid changes. So this is becoming a great concern for them. Okay, so this which line shows that? The last two lines of the poem. The last two lines of the poem says this. Now, yes, scientists are causing me great concern. How is this statement true in view of the speaker's view? What is your view? So he says, the view of the speaker, what are the scientists doing? They're inventing new things like cloning, cell improvements, and excavations and others. And why is the speaker? The speaker is very worried. And in the view of the inventions that are needed, what they should not be burdensome to the students' knowledge. So this is what the speaker's view is. So whatever the scientists, the biologists, and everything they are doing, but it should not be like a burden for the students, for the children over here. So this is what the view of the speaker is. Now pick out the word that describes the person who studies the life of plants and animals. So what is the word that describes a person who studies the life of plants and animals? The biologist. So biologist means who studies the life of plants and animals. Now what does an archaeologist do? He is a scientist who studies the cultures of the past. Whatever the past has been, he tries to study about it. So he digs up all the fossils and bones. Understood? So this is how the answers for these questions are. You need not write all these answers. You just listen to it, and later on while giving the revision, I will be giving you some comprehension questions. So just for your information, I have told you these answers. Okay, children. Now the next, this you have to do it as your assignment today, and just see, look at this, match the words that are rhyming. So the first one is already done, and what you have to do is, after matching it, write it in the first column, and in the second column you have to find out the underlined word, how it rhymes, and write similarly another two words like how caught and lot are written. So here plot, rot, they are matched and they are rhyming words. Now similarly, in the same way, caught, lot, they have written another two words. You have to also find out another two words, another pair of words like this. Like the next one, sheep, leap. Okay, so find out another two words and write it over here. Next, grow. Here you have grow, go. Okay, then write similar words again. And earth, birth. Bones, clones. Concern, learn. So rhyming words, you will write it in the first column, and similar to those rhyming words, you have to write it as the first one is done for you. So this is your assignment today, children. Listen to the video carefully, understand the meaning of it, because the next two classes you will be having the revision for this poem the next week, and the followed by the next week you will be having a objective test on this poem. So till then we'll be doing the revision for this poem. Complete your assignment of this exercise, rhyming words, and send to me.